All right, so today we're going to get into something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's called AIS, Automated Indicator Sharing,
Right.
and it's going to change how you think about online security, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So before we get into it, I think quick introductions are in order.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm the host of the show, and I've been looking into AIS for a while now.
Well, I'm happy to be here. I'm a cybersecurity analyst, and I've spent way too much time thinking about AIS.
Perfect. That's why you're here.
Hopefully that's a good thing, right?
Absolutely. So AIS, it's well, imagine this, right?
Yeah.
You get a heads up about some online threat, but like
Yeah.
before it even has a chance to actually reach you.
Like a warning system.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. That's AIS in a nutshell.
Amazing rescue.
Yes. Yeah, so it's all about this rapid exchange of information. Cyber threat intelligence is what we call it.
Okay.
And, we're talking about stuff like IP addresses of known bad actors or, those malicious URLs you always hear about.
Right.
Even like malware fingerprints, that kind of thing.
So it's like
All getting shared really, really fast.
a neighborhood watch for the internet.
Yeah, kind of like that, but
Everyone's like sharing intel about suspicious
as
activity.
way faster. And it's not just your neighbors,
Right.
right? It's like government agencies, security researchers,
Oh.
all these companies, even just like individual experts, like everyone's contributing.
Huh. So it's like this massive pool of data.
Exactly. Huge.
But why is that so important? Why do we need speed and all this collaboration when it comes to cybersecurity?
Because the speed of these attacks, it's insane.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking minutes, sometimes even seconds from like the first, the initial breach
Right.
to when an attacker can like really do damage,
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, there was this study by the Ponman Institute,
Okay.
and they found that organizations that were using AI could like cut their response time by like half, 50%.
Wow, 50%? That's a lot.
Yeah, and when you're trying to, contain an attack, that's crucial.
So you're saying that by sharing this information really quickly,
Mm-hmm.
organizations can get ahead of these threats before they really take hold.
Exactly. It's not just about reacting faster, though.
Oh.
You're also getting access to way more threat intelligence, right? So, like, imagine each organization, they just have their own little view of the threats out there, right?
It's limited.
Yeah. But when everyone's sharing through AI, you suddenly have this, like,
Big picture.
yeah, this complete view.
Look like having this giant, security camera network, but for cyber threats.
Exactly. And that lets organizations, not only can they detect threats faster, but they can be proactive about their security,
Right.
They can spot these emerging threats, figure out vulnerabilities, share those best practices,
Mhm.
and even like work together on how to mitigate the risks.
Okay, I'm getting it now, I think. But can you give me an example? Like, how does this actually play out in the real world?
Sure. So let's say there's this company, right? And they find this new phishing campaign targeting their employees.
Like hackers sending those emails, trying to trick people.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to get their logins and stuff.
Right.
So with AIS, this company, they can immediately share details about that attack with everyone else on the network.
Okay.
Like, the bad email addresses, those fake website URLs, that kind of thing.
So instead of waiting for other people to fall for the same scam,
Yeah.
they're essentially sounding the alarm for everybody.
Exactly. It's like an early warning system, right? It gives other organizations a chance to block those emails, block those websites.
So potentially saving a lot of people.
Yeah, it's super effective.
This is amazing. It sounds super beneficial.
Yeah.
But are there any downsides? Any challenges with AIS? We should probably talk about those too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not perfect, right?
Right.
One of the big things is data quality.
Okay.
You got to make sure the information you're sharing is accurate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you can get these false positives where, totally normal activity gets flagged as malicious.
Oh, wow.
And that can cause problems, disruptions, wasted time, all that.
Right. And then there's the privacy issue.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're sharing all this threat data, even if it's in a secure environment.
Yeah.
There's always that question of, how is this information being used? How is it being protected?
Right.
And then, you got to worry about attackers trying to, exploit the system.
How would they do that?
Well, they could try to inject false information, try to mislead the good guys, create chaos.
So it's like a constant arms race.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so it's not perfect.
No, it's just a bit.
But it seems like the benefits outweigh the risks, especially with these cyber threats getting more and more sophisticated.
Totally.
So for our listeners, why should they care about AIS? How does this impact them?
Well, AIS impacts everyone, individuals, businesses, governments, the whole nine yards.
Right.
If you're thinking about a career in cybersecurity, like you need to know about this stuff.
Okay.
It's a core topic in a lot of those certifications, like CompTIA security, plus NE, that kind of thing.
So if you're trying to break into cybersecurity, this is something you got to learn.
Absolutely. But even if you're not a, security expert, understanding AIS can help you make better decisions about your own online safety.
Right.
Because if you know about the threats and the tools that are out there, you can be more proactive, right?
So AIS is more than just a tech term. It's like a whole new way of thinking about cybersecurity.
Right. It's about moving from just reacting to actually preventing stuff.
It's about sharing information and working together.
Yeah, that's the key.
Stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, right?
What's up?
Like, as these cyber threats keep getting worse, could AIS actually become the standard for how we do online safety?
That's a great question.
Something to think about.
Yeah, that's something for you to ponder, dear listeners.
Big implications.
Yeah, what would happen if everyone was using AIs? How would it change things for individuals, for businesses, for governments? Would it change how we interact online completely?
That's the big question.
Lots to think about, lots to think about. Well, that wraps up our deep dive today. Hope you enjoyed it.
It was fun. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.